Hello and good day to Dr. Inwandi. We are going to present haptic feedback in learning. First of all, haptic feedback can be categorized into two, tactile and kinesthetic. Tactile feedback is the things that you feel in your fingers or surface. The sensors embedded under our skin allows our brain to feel things such as temperature, vibration, and texture of surface. While kinesthetic feedback, also known as force feedback, is the things that you feel from sensors in the muscles, joints, and tendons. Imagine we are holding a mug. Kinesthetic feedback allows our brain to approximate the weight and the size of the mug. Haptic feedback opens the door to an entirely different learning method and style, whereby learning involves movement and touch. Through this, learners can remember more and have a better understanding of concept at hand. Next, we are going to give some example on haptic feedback in learning. Haptic Multimedia Handwriting Learning System is a multimedia system for learning handwriting and pronunciation of alphabet letters or characters in different language. This system provides haptic, audio, and visual information according to the desired letter or character chosen by user. It supports 5 languages, especially non-Latin language such as Arabic, English, French, Japanese, and Spanish. There are 3 modes of learning provided by this learning system. Full guidance is a mode that guides the user to follow a pre-recorded letter trajectory. Partial guidance is a mode that user can freely follow a letter drawing path, but if the user deviates significantly, the system automatically brings the user back to the optimal display path. No guidance mode allows user to perform letter handwriting with visual information only.
Moving on, now I will talk about some application or device that address haptic feedback on learning. Fox feedback slider is a motorized physical slider that user construct a mental model on physics by using haptic feedback. Let's give an example. During secondary school, we learn physics on theories and formulas like acceleration, force, direction, and so on. However, we can't actually imagine how those physics theories apply in reality and how exactly it works. Therefore, Fox feedback slider provides tactile learning to let people have a better understanding of physics. Fox feedback slider consists of 5 haptic modes: position, elasticity, gradual, texture, and oscillation. Let's talk about elasticity. The best instance to describe elasticity is the slingshot. Slingshot is related to force, direction, and speed when people pull and aim at the target. Fox feedback slider creates simulation on slingshot whereby the slider back to the default position and apply resisting force when the user pulls the slider. The interfaces will show the user the position of the slider, the force applied, and most importantly, the tactile feedback, which is the vibration on the slider. The greater the force applied, the greater the vibration. It allows the user to experience almost the same feeling as using a slingshot. Therefore, the user can experience the actual feeling of a slingshot, meantime learn physics through haptic feedback. Besides, the contribution of haptic feedback on learning not only for normal people but also visual impairments. The innate tragedy does not deprive their desire on learning. Thus, Golowick designs an application to help the visual impaired learn math and other subjects with a strong visual component. Now, I will show you a video about this application.
For more information, we'll use pipe cleaners, push pins. It's slower and it's not as accurate.
So we're going to look at things like lines, shapes, points, and grids. A sketching program where you can draw your own thing, save it, and then it'll automatically show up and you can feel it.
Quinn and Kira are both visually impaired high school students. With the applications, they are able to learn mathematics like drawing shapes and understand the XY plans. The application is initially developed in a standalone device. However, to allow the impaired around the globe get benefits from these applications, the development has been moved from standalone device to tablets. The application supports different sounds, vibrations, and frequencies to allow visual impaired to differentiate the message of haptic feedback.
Well, it's a line.
Very good.
Complaining about algebra, how it's very visual and how I always come home with headaches sometimes.
You can actually follow the line instead of having to ask somebody, okay, how does that look?
The great invention from Golowics did contribution on learning aspects, not only for visual impaired, they will move on to hearing impaired and autism also.
It makes the work more accessible to them at the same time that their peers are getting the work.
It could really be a good graphing calculator. If you pair it up with the right software, you could make graphs and do that like everybody else in class when they use the graphing calculators.
It just opens up another world for kids who use tactile information.
This is all about our presentation. We will end our presentation here. Thanks for listening.